So let me ask you something. What's more dangerous than a bear protecting her cubs? A 70-year-old grandfather protecting his grandkids. And that's exactly what happened in Rancho Cordova, California, when an intruder broke into a business late at night, thinking he had an easy score. What he didn't count on was the determined grandfather willing to do whatever it took to keep his family safe.
Rancho Cordova man says he was defending his family when a burglar broke into his property early this morning.
Sacramento County Sheriff's investigators say the man shot and killed that suspect. This happened on at a business on Folsom Boulevard and West La Loma Drive.
Well, Cecil, Robert, he didn't want us to use his last name, and he's pretty shaken up and gets emotional talking about what happened, but he stands by his decision to shoot that intruder who broke into his business here, and then after that man was shot, he actually came out of the business and went over in between the gas station and the strip mall here and collapsed and then died in the parking lot. And Robert tells me it was self-defense.
All of a sudden the guy, boom, kicked the door, boom, it was that quick.
That was the moment 70-year-old Robert says he was forced to defend his life and the lives of his grandsons, ages 4 and 14.
We'd been dead, because if he would have gotten my gun when I pulled it out, because he continued to go towards me. He wasn't afraid of me.
Robert says he stays in the building, which he manages, and was asleep in the back room with the boys when the older grandchild woke him up.
Shook me, Papa, wake up, there's somebody breaking in. And I didn't hear the glass break.
Broken glass is still all over the floor, and Robert placed a large poster in the window frame. A man passing by gave us video of the crime scene when Rancho Cordova police closed off the parking lot Sunday morning. He understands why Robert pulled the trigger.
You have to protect yourself. You have to do it. If it's I have the kids and stuff like that, I have to protect them. I will definitely do that. It's your life, that's your blood, and you definitely have to do stuff like that.
Sheriff's deputies are investigating the deadly shooting as a homicide, but also say it should send a strong message to criminals.
Residents are fed up. Residents don't want to be a victim. Business owners don't want to be victims anymore, and they're taking their matters into their own hands. And this isn't something that we're encouraging vigilantism by any stretch, but at the same time, you have to applaud him. He demonstrated restraint. He did what he had to do to protect the people inside and including himself.
Robert says if faced with the same decision, he would put his life on the line for his family again.
Am I upset about him? Yes. I didn't want to break in, but I'm very happy that my babies are alive.
Now, Robert or the grandchildren, neither of them were hurt. Investigators say that Robert has been cooperative, and they don't believe that he will be arrested or face any charges in the shooting.
Now, before I get into my reaction, I've got to tell you about something you don't want to miss. Today is the last day. Today is the last chance for you to grab some incredible deals at shop.mrcolonnoir.com. I extended the Black Friday sale to this Sunday evening, and everything is 20% off when you use the code RIGHTTOBEAR at checkout. First up is the LifePod XR Colion Noir Edition. This isn't your average gun case. It's the ultimate modular firearm storage system. Decked out in my signature CN camo color scheme, it's got everything. A water-repellent accessory case, a lid organizer, 3 pistol racks, a magazine rack, you name it. It's lightweight but rugged, weather-resistant, airtight, and TSA compliant. Plus, with SmartSense technology and a weatherproof biometric scanner, you can trust that your valuables are secure no matter where you take them. And now let's talk about my favorite in-ear Bluetooth hearing protection, the AKT1 Blackouts. These things are a game changer in hearing protection. They offer a 25 dB NRR rating and an incredible 30 dB NRR rating when paired with the AKT1 over-the-ear protectors. But that's not all. You can listen to high-fidelity music and take phone calls while protecting your hearing, thanks to advanced Bluetooth connectivity. Add in sweat-proof durability and all-day comfort, and you've got the perfect companion for the range, the gym, or anywhere else. And it doesn't stop there. Everything else on the site is 20% off too. Hats, shirts, hoodies, drinkware, and all the designs, you name it, are 20% off. So, whether you're rocking the Defend America collection or sparking conversations with the Right to Bear Arms collection, now is the time to stock up. But don't wait, these deals disappear after tonight. So hit the link in my bio, load up your cart, and use the code RIGHTTOBEAR at checkout to lock in your savings. All right, back to the video. One thing I don't think a lot of criminals fully grasp is just how dangerous people can get when their family is on the line. I've seen it time and time again, even in self-defense training courses. You get a mother protecting her kid in the scenario and suddenly she's like a honey badger on steroids. Now imagine that instinct cranked up a notch because it's a grandparent defending their grandkids. You see, grandparents love their grandchildren differently. Some might even say they love their grandchildren more than their own children. It's almost like nature upgraded their protective instincts in retirement. And when you have a 70-year-old man who's lived his life, seen a thing or two, and now has to protect a 4-year-old and a 14-year-old, that's a recipe for a criminal's worst nightmare. But here's the part a lot of people miss. Even when you're justified in defending yourself or your family, taking a life isn't easy. It's not like Hollywood where the hero walks away unscathed, emotionally or otherwise. There's a heavy toll that comes with pulling the trigger, even if it was the right thing to do. I respect this man deeply, not just for his bravery in protecting his grandkids, but also for his willingness to be open about the emotional aftermath. He didn't want to hurt anyone, but when forced into a corner, he made the decision that any loving grandparent would make. And you know what? I have to give props to the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office for standing behind him and saying what needs to be said. People are fed up, man. They're tired of feeling like victims. They're tired of criminals thinking they can just do whatever they want without consequences. This wasn't vigilantism. This was self-defense, plain and simple. And self-defense is a fundamental right. Now, I'm going to say this because it's important. If you're ever in a situation like this, you need to have a plan for the aftermath. The legal system can be extremely overwhelming, and it's not something you want to face by yourself. And that's why I'm always recommending you check out memberships like a USCCA membership that gives you access to self-defense insurance, and which is why they also sponsor this channel. USCCA not only helps you deal with the legal side of self-defense, but they also provide invaluable training resources to ensure you're prepared before, during, and after a self-defense situation. So if you want to learn more, check out the link in the description section. And even if you don't go with USCCA, man, get something, because you don't want to go this alone if you have to defend yourself. Because at the end of the day, this story isn't just about a grandfather with a gun. It's about the undeniable right to protect the people you love most. And that's something no one should ever, ever try to take away. And don't forget, hit the link in the description section also to check out the last day of the Black Friday sale and get 20% off when you use the code RIGHTTOBEAR. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together we can stop the suppression of our 2A rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.